Greetings and salutations. I'm Madison, and in today's video we will be going through my fragrance collection. Over the years I have been asked to make a video like this, and I have had questions as to what fragrances I wear. I ran into a problem fairly quickly in the development process. I realized that it is very difficult to describe scents, and it is extremely difficult to describe scents when your audience cannot smell anything. So I put that video idea on the shelf for quite some time. Then, quite recently, I finally figured out how to do it. I will be making a mood board for each fragrance, and hopefully with references from all the other senses, I will be able to give you a slight impression of each fragrance. This video is in collaboration with the French perfume company Dossier. Dossier is a vegan, cruelty-free perfume company who specialize in creating affordable fragrances inspired by designer perfumes. Smelling elegant is an important part of feeling well-dressed, and it feels extra good to be able to save a little cash in the process. Every bottle ordered also includes a separate sample bottle. That way you can test out each fragrance, and if you don't like one, you can return the unopened bottle hassle-free. Dossier was kind enough to send me 2 fragrances to try out, and so far I have been absolutely thrilled with them. The first fragrance Dossier sent me was Floriantel Almond. The ingredients include almond, tonka bean, cocoa, peach, orris, orange blossom, tuberose, and vanilla. This fragrance was inspired by Carolina Herrera's Good Girl, which retails at about $96, while Floriantel Almond retails at about $29. Floriantel Almond is a mix of floral and oriental notes. Floral notes soften the oriental ones, while the oriental notes warm up the floral notes. This makes me think of the spicy smell of a garden wafting on a warm breeze, as well as luggage, traveling, and films like Roman Holiday and To Catch a Thief. This is a little lighter of a fragrance that I could see becoming my new signature fragrance that I would definitely wear all year round. The second fragrance Dossier sent me was Floral Lavender. The ingredients in this fragrance are jasmine, lavender, orange blossom, vanilla, mandarin, neroli, black currant, amber, and musk. Floral Lavender reminds me of those powerful fragrances from the 1980s. It features a sweet and floral feminine smell with an excellent long-lasting staying power. This is a very glamorous feminine fragrance. It reminds me of 1980s department stores, the colors magenta, cream, and black. I also think of Joan Collins' costumes from the 1980s show Dynasty, as well as fashion models from the 80s wearing Chanel and Yves Saint Laurent couture. Speaking of Saint Laurent, this perfume was actually inspired by an Yves Saint Laurent fragrance called Libre, which retails at about $100, but you can enjoy this fragrance for only $29. Dossier is really an amazing company, and I was so pleased to work with them. If you want to try out their products for yourself, you can use my discount code UniquelyMadison10 for 10% off of your order. All of that information will be linked in the description box below as well. Moving on to the rest of my perfume collection, we have L'air du Temps. L'air du Temps has quite an extensive ingredients list, so I will only be mentioning the key notes, which are carnation, neroli, peach, bergamot, gardenia, jasmine, yangling, rose, violet, rosemary, orchid, spices, iris, musk, sandalwood, amber, and cedar. L'air du temps was made by Nina Ricci and is a combination of floral, spicy, and woodsy scents. The fragrance was launched after World War II in 1948, and the dove on the top is a symbol of peace. Because of this history, my mind tends to gravitate towards outfits and films from the 1940s and 30s. With the spiciness of the fragrance, I think of films that take place in exotic locations, like the 1940s film Casablanca. Next, we have Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere. Key notes in this fragrance are juicy tangerine, cashmere wood, orchid, vanilla bean, creamy sandalwood, and musk. Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere was launched in 2018 by the brand Philosophy. It is luxurious, friendly, sweet, and perfect for winter and fall. Fashion-wise, I think of cozy woolly coats and sweaters with colors like red, burgundy, light gray, navy blue, and deep winter green. The tangerine gives me thoughts of crisp snow or frost outside. The musky sweet smell makes me think of a warm fireplace in a luxurious lodge with sugar cookies baking in the oven. I also think of cozy Christmas films like White Christmas and The Santa Claus. Up next, we have Camille Beckmann's Midnight Monarch. Unfortunately, I could not find much information about the background of Camille Beckmann's Midnight Monarch perfume. I was, however, able to find that it has night orchid, black amber, damask rose, and patchouli as a few of its ingredients. This fragrance is basically femininity in liquid form. It is powdery, elegant, and smells like makeup in a lady's powder room. Think of pink and purple silk, black velvet, evening parties, glittering rhinestones, dazzling diamonds, and the pointiest high heels. This fragrance was inspired by a butterfly. However, when I smell it, I feel like it represents a different animal. I think of poodles. Basically, anytime you see a poodle in a 1950s or 60s film, I immediately think of this fragrance, and vice versa. Movie-wise, I think of the poodle lady from 101 Dalmatians or the poodle Georgette in Oliver and Company. Next, we have the fragrance Peace and Jasmine from the company Clinique. Peace and Jasmine was launched in 2018, and its key notes are mate tea, heart of jasmine, lavender, sparkling Sicilian lemon, pear, and freesia. This is the perfect scent for summer and late spring. The color palette, fashion, and atmosphere of the film The Sound of Music immediately comes to mind when I smell this fragrance. Think of sky blues, summery greens, crisp whites and creams, with natural fabrics like cotton and linen. Peace and Jasmine is cheery, fresh, and calm, like boating on a lake, having a tea party and smelling the sweet spring air, or walking through freshly cut grass. Up next, we have the perfume 1910. 1910 was launched by Besame Cosmetics in 2014. It is an oriental floral fragrance comprised of yingling, orange, lemon, jasmine, peony, saffron, leather, civet, vanilla, and sandalwood. Besame Cosmetics specializes in creating vintage-inspired makeup and cosmetics. This fragrance was heavily sourced and inspired by actual perfumes from the 1910s. Unfortunately, this fragrance is discontinued, but if by some miracle someone from Besame is watching, I would love to see a return of Besame's fragrance line. This is a very elegant perfume. I have never smelled one quite like it, and I'm hoping that someday Besame will continue to make it. Last but certainly not least, we have Flora by Gucci in the scent Gorgeous Gardenia. This fragrance features the notes of pear, red berries, gardenia, frangipani, and patchouli. Gorgeous Gardenia was launched in 2012. It is a floral, powdery scent with gardenia giving a touch of spicy sparkle to the mix. This fragrance immediately made me think of cottagecore, so a lot of spring themes with English gardens, ivy-covered stone houses, and white picket fences. Even though it is a very fresh, open-smelling perfume, there is an antique quality to it, and if the secret garden smelled like anything, I bet it would smell like this perfume. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I would love to know what your favorite fragrance is, and if any of the fragrances here piqued your interest. Please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. If you would like to financially support me and my work, please check out my Ko-fi page, which is linked in the description box below, to give a donation. Thank you so much for watching.